How's it going, guys? Andy here, and as you can see, I'm not in the potting shed today. I'm actually in my office at home, and I thought I would share with you some plants that I keep indoors that are not necessarily houseplants and more of the sub-aqua variety. This is my aquascape. Less fish tank, more small piece of nature in your home. I keep this tank mainly for the plants, although I do have some shrimp and a few fish in there just to bring the whole thing to life. So I thought you might be interested in this. I'll go through the plants that I grow in here, how easy it is to actually keep a tank like this, and I think you'll agree it's a beautiful slice of nature to have as a living ornament in your home. Come on, I'll show you.
Skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you.
Okay, as you can see, I've got a Slimline LED light for the tank, which actually provides the full spectrum of light the plants need to grow and thrive. It just clips on the back, and I have it set to a timer that comes on between 6 p.m. and about 10 p.m. Any more than that and it will also start to grow algae in the tank, which doesn't harm the fish or the plants, but you don't really need it and it doesn't look too great. The water in here is 50% tap water and 50% reverse osmosis water. I use this because the tap water here in the southeast of England is very hard, about 600 ppm, which is particles per million. And so the reverse osmosis water dilutes that down with the tap water to about 60 or 70 ppm, a much nicer hardness level for the plants and for the fish and wildlife in the tank. I've gone for a Iwagumi style aquascape for this particular one, which is the Japanese term for an aquascape that is focused around the rockwork. In time, I'm going to put some moss in and around in between the rocks. So a lot of the soil substrate you see here will be filled in with moss to give it a more natural look. The two fish you can see playing around with each other are Endler guppies. They're nice and small, so they fit in with the scale of the tank, and you don't want too many because it's a small tank. And even though there is an oversized filter on here, it's better to keep the fish stocks down on such a small tank. They're great fish for this because they're always busy, always swimming around and playing with each other. So let's look at some of the plants I've got in here. This first one is Anubias Nana, but this is the Pinto variety. I'm told quite a rare variety. It's normally green, but as you can see, this one has this beautiful white variegation on the leaves. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the different leaves progress as the plant grows. It's quite small at the moment. So this is generally a small leaf, slow growing plant, so good for a small foreground plant. I've gone for rocks with a lot of texture. Again, it brings a bigger scale to the smaller aquascape, and I think the texture of the rock makes the smaller rocks look a lot bigger as everything else is a similar size. This grass-like plant is one I brought over from a previous aquascape and I can't remember the name. It grows pretty well and adds additional pups from the root base, so I've chopped it right the way down to fit in that particular area. I think it looks quite good there. This one in the middle is Busa Philandra, one again that's come over from a previous aquascape. Got a bit leggy in that one. It was searching for the light a bit. I don't know whether I'm going to keep it, but I'll leave it there growing out of the rock for now. It doesn't need to be in the soil. It's an epiphyte plant, so the roots take up moisture from the water without needing to be actually in the soil. So it'll be okay there for now. I'll just see how it goes. And this one is a normal variety of Anubias Nana. Again, a small leaf variety that grows in this lovely clump. This is another one from the previous aquascape that's grown really well. There's lots of new leaves on it, as you can see. The only problem is, as it grows in this clump, it's particularly buoyant and would semi-regularly float up to the surface. So this time on this new aquascape that I've created, I've actually tied it to the rock underneath to ensure that doesn't happen this time. But I really like it. It's a nice plant. For the background plants, I have the Hygrophila Siamensis 53B. Bit of a strange name, but it's a great plant. It's a great background plant, and I've used it to try and disguise some of the filter and heater apparatus at the back there, alongside the Microsporum, otherwise known as the Java fern, again, which I love. That broad-leaved fern, it looks really nice in there. The only thing about those is they do grow quite big, which might not suit the size of the aquarium, but they grow quite slowly, and if as and when they do, you can just cut back those individual leaves, and there's always new smaller leaves growing up from the base anyway. So I think it looks quite nice like that. It's a lovely thing to watch in the evening when the light's on. The surface movement of the water gives a beautiful shimmering effect on the ceiling. It's very calming. Quite often I just have a side lamp on with the aquarium light. Gives a very relaxing mood in the evening. You can sit in the chair next to it and it acts like quite a nice natural reading light. And if you just want to have a sit and think, it's quite a natural thing to sit and look at and lose yourself in your own thoughts. Alrighty, that's it for now. If you're interested in grabbing any of these things, I'll put some links where you can get them on Amazon in the description down below. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see any more of these sort of videos, let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Bye for now.